Nobody's home, go away. Oh, I'm really looking forward to getting home, getting warm, settling down with a good book and Elvis, and it's all going to be like, oh, what? What the hell is this? Oh my god. Oh dear. So you want to go out, Elvis? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Look at it. It's so deep. Look at that. Oh, goodness me. It's a strong wind. And yes, the hair. Well, that's not my choice. It's the kids. We had a special day at school today, but I'll talk about it later. Actually, I think it's going to be too difficult to film and walk because the snow's so deep and somebody's really really excited about it, so I'll sign off for now. So I guess this is the perfect start to a weekend vlog of reading because this is the weather. It's windy, it's been blizzardy all morning, and somebody is really happy about it though, aren't you, Elvis? Oh dear. Yeah, look at this. Winter is here.
So I should probably give you some context for the bits of video you saw at the beginning. On Friday we had Mikuláš, which is a celebration of St. Nicholas Day. And on that day in the Czech Republic, traditionally, people dress up as St. Nicholas or Mikuláš, as well as devils or demons and angels. And a lot of schools follow this tradition as well, where this gang of St. Nicholas, devils and angels go to the different classrooms and draw markings on kids' faces. And St. Nicholas or Mikuláš has his book, which contains, the good and bad kids. Now, of course, they're not really divided like that anymore. In the class specifically, no one is really singled out. However, the tradition is, of course, the bad kids, in inverted commas, dragged to hell, often in a sack, but luckily we don't do that. They just walk them down to a classroom that's been turned into maybe to look like hell, which you can see over here. I'll put in the picture. And then in there they have to undergo some trials or, some challenges and things like that. But it's all in good fun. Now, of course, some of the kids are a bit scared, but most of them are not, because they get candies and sweets and things out of it. You may notice, of course, the devils look like they're wearing blackface. However, that is due to the soot, I think, of the warm areas of where, of course, they come from. Yeah, hell. So yeah, there's nothing to offend our sensibilities, and I say ours as in people from pretty much Britain, United States, Canada, etc., where I doubt this kind of thing would go on, but it's not for us to really judge. And as I say, most kids love it, or seem to anyway, and it's a big tradition, and it's not really up to us to say anything about it. I'm quite used to it now, and as I say, I've never seen a child absolutely screaming and terrified. And I was probably more disturbed looking at some of those masks. But yeah, that's what it is. Mikuláš Day, which is a kind of a fun thing in the run up to Christmas here in the Czech Republic.
Oh, well, I'm just sitting down. I was trying to tidy up the kitchen. And yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit of. Well, I'm gonna read the next ghost story in the Penguin Book of Ghost Stories, from Elizabeth Gaskell to Ambrose Bierce. Don't know how long it's going to take. Elvis has decided he's coming along for the ride. You can see him there. Hey Elvis, how's it going? You alright? Say hi to everybody. Hi everybody. Um, it's a miserable day still. It's foggy, slushy, really, really nice. And again, I don't know why this light fluctuates. Maybe I've got too many windows. I apologise for that. I wonder if I move it over, whether it will be any better there, maybe. Yeah, it might be better there. So yeah, let's crack on. Let's see what the third ghost story is. I'm reading it on the Kindle app, on the iPad rather than the Kindle. It seems to be The Haunted and the Haunters, or The House and the Brain by Edward Bulwer Lytton. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I'll be back soon. It's not going to be that exciting, is it? Because you don't even get to see me change the pages, do you? Oh my goodness. The house is haunted and the old woman who kept it was found dead in her bed with her eyes wide open. They say the devil strangled her. Woo. Oh, I'm a bit disappointed because the snow was more firm this morning, so it was really crunchy. Now I guess there's some crunch to it, but it's also melting, and the melt underneath has made it slippery again. It was the same like that yesterday. Elvis doesn't seem to mind though, but I feel a bit wary, especially as it's so hilly. Almost went down a couple of times yesterday, but I suppose it should be a soft landing, shouldn't it? I guess. I don't really like it when it looks like this, when you can see the grass sticking up. It's better when it completely covers it. It looks a bit kind of dreary and depressing, doesn't it? Elvis, come on. Yeah, so I guess we'll see. There's more snow due tomorrow, I think. Elvis? Elvis? What's this? No reaction. He doesn't like the camera. Very camera shy. Elvis, come on. Come on, let's go. So as you saw, I was reading Edward Bulwer Lytton's story, The Haunted and the Haunters, or The House and the Brain, which was very good. I mean, very kind of tongue-in-cheek in parts, of course, and a big kind of nod to spiritualism, I suppose, at least an earlier 19th century form of it. But yeah, it was a good story. It was pretty grim, which maybe surprised me a little. But that, of course, was in the Penguin Book of Ghost Stories from Elizabeth Gaskell to Ambrose Bierce. So yeah, that was good. I'd recommend that. I don't think I mentioned I read the second story in that book as well, which was odd, but the name of it escapes me again. Fitzjohn somebody, maybe? I can't remember. Yeah, so they've all been pretty thought-provoking and a little disturbing. And then this morning I read Mary Elizabeth Braddon's The Cold Embrace. It's the story of a young boy and girl, young man and woman who are cousins and supposedly fall in love, and she falls in love with him. He says he's in love with her, then he goes off on business to paint pictures and falls for one of his models and ignores her, and she commits suicide and by drowning, and he comes across her corpse and he arrives home because it's just been hauled out of the river, and then she proceeds to like haunt him until his own demise. So yeah, pretty disturbing, but also very good. Yeah, so that's it really in terms of the ghost stories I've been reading. But I don't know what Elvis has seen over there. Probably one of the other dogs. I hope not though, because they're pretty big. I have been continuing, of course, with the Hunchback of Notre Dame, or Notre Dame de Paris, and that's also very good. I finished book 1, finally met Quasimodo and Esmeralda, La Esmeralda, and I'm now on book 2, part 3, I think, which has some interesting language in it for our American friends, as was pointed out to me. Yeah, I look forward to seeing how that goes. And I also play on with this massive biography, 2 massive biographies. One, the less massive one of the 2, a biography of Ian Fleming by Nicholas Shakespeare, and then John Sugden's 2-volume biography of Admiral Horatio, the Lord Nelson, which is pretty darn good. But I have to blame these podcasts I listen to for, throwing this temptation in my way and making me pick up some of these other books, right? So, yeah, there we have it. It's the village behind me with the church and whatever. But yeah, I think we'll probably be heading in. My hands are getting cold. There we have it. Maybe time for some tea and cookies, perhaps. Oh, so made it inside to the warmth. Cup of tea ready, cookies ready, but I'll only have one, of course. And book ready too. So I'm going to sit down and do some reading, and I'll fill you in, hopefully, on what happens with the book and everything else next weekend. So I hope everybody's well. Thanks for watching. Do take care. From Elvis and I. Elvis? Take care. Bye-bye.